What is going on, everybody? It is Frank the Tank, and today we are doing another ball review on bowling by Jason Belmonte. This one is actually quite an interesting one for me because it also happens to be a favorite of mine. It's a bowling ball that is always in my bag. I always take it to league. It's just really, really awesome, and it looks freaking dangerous. Take a look at it. We are looking at the Nuclear Cell. Going by the stats of this bowling ball, it's not something I expected because of what I see when I throw it out on the lanes. And if you're wondering, I have done a real-life ball review on this bowling ball. If you guys haven't seen it, be sure to check out my bowling playlist. It'll be in there. You just have to find it. It was really a really fun review for me to do. Probably, if I had to say personally, it was probably one of the best ones that I've ever done, simply because of my approach was probably the cleanest in out of every single ball review I've done in real life. It probably has to be the cleanest I've ever played. And also the cool thing about it was that, and this I didn't even notice, was that throughout all 3 games that I played with that ball, I managed to stay clean throughout all 3 games. No open frames. There were some splits, but I managed to convert them. So really, really cool. You guys should definitely check out that real life ball review. Once you are finished with this one, or if you want to check it out now, go for it before you come to this. But anyway, yeah, the Nuclear Cell on bowling by Jason Belmonte is finally here. Looks pretty cool. The stats are not something that I expected, though. Because going by the reaction that I had in the real life ball, it seemed like it had a pretty monstrous hook to it. But little did I know it's actually pretty lengthy. That's not something that I really noticed myself. But yeah, look at it. The power is 6 out of 10, I believe, and then the hook is 9 out of 10. So that I knew I wasn't wrong on it being a hook monster. But the length was something that I so did not expect. 8 out of 10 on the length, so that's definitely crazy. Unfortunately, as you can see, the developers have not filled out the information yet because they have just given me the ball. They haven't completely finished it yet, but yeah, I'm way ahead of the game on that one, so let's go ahead and let's actually take a look here. The cover stock name is eTrax P20. It's Pearl cover stock, very interesting, and its cover stock type is reactive. It's got a nucleus core, which is asymmetrical, which is really nice. And then the color combination that makes it look ever so dangerous is purple haze, burnt orange, and red hot, all mixed together. Very, very interesting indeed. So yeah, this ball is part of the Cell series. A couple other popular bowling balls that unfortunately are not in the game because they were I guess already discontinued, and one thing that the developers don't do is release stuff that's been discontinued. They've done it a couple times already. I don't know how they did it, but lucky for us, we are, we have some of these bowling balls to try out. But this one is a part of the Cell series. Hypercell Fuse, the Hypercell, just, honestly, those are the only ones I can think of, which is quite sad. But yeah, the Nuclear Cell, out of all of them, probably has to be my favorite. And I'm not just saying that just because it's the only one from the Cell series that I have tried. But anyway, obviously we have some length here to work with, and that's kind of not good for me because if there's one thing I don't like in this game is bowling balls that have length. I suck at using them. I'm just not good at using them, but we are going to try our best to see what we can do with this bowling ball. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the setup in here right now. We're going to go ahead and do what we usually do with the stroker style on our test pattern. Let's see if we got it set up. No, we don't. Now we do. So let's get this thing going and see what we can do with this. All right, so definitely easy to use if you want to go down and in with it. Probably won't have to play from the right side of the lane because you can see there it goes down and then, does its work once it comes off of the pattern. So, yeah, you probably won't have to do that. I mean, let me try it again here. Maybe make a better attempt at that to try to get to the pocket. Let's see. You could also do that too if you want to. So yeah, but for me personally, it's a lot easier just to go down and in from literally the edge of that dark part of the oil pattern there. So let's see here. So yeah, there you have it. But one thing I will say is that you have to play it down and in. You can't even put it just a little bit to the right. Otherwise, it may hit the pocket, but it won't be like a solid hit, so you don't end up striking. Let's actually get a little bit of a replay on that. See what I mean? You literally have to be dead straight with it, and then you'll have your pocket hit. There you go. But I will say it's not a 100% guarantee because, playing like that, you're at risk of, leaving a 10 pin or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to make the call right there that board 14 going down and in with the nuclear cell using the stroker style is probably the way to go. You could try something else if you want to. I don't care. But now we're going to go ahead and move to the tweener style. And because this ball is got some length to it, I'm not going to apply any axis tilt to any of the 4 styles. So now we move to the tweener style. We're going to increase the axis rotation to 50 and max out the revs like we usually do. When do we not do that? But obviously we're going to have to make the move in to the left side. I don't know how much, but knowing that this ball is lengthy, we probably won't have to move too much. Alright, so we went Brooklyn, and as you can see on that reaction, we're really going to have to make a move. So let's try 18. Let's see, we were on 18. We'll go to 21. That could be it. I wasn't 100% convinced on that because it did look like it didn't really hit the pocket dead on. We'll get a replay on that. Look at that. Went pretty high, more towards the head. How I managed to kick everything out, I do not know. That might be the one that I'm looking for. I'm not 100% sure. Send that back to the replay. We'll see kind of where I wanted it to go. More towards the head. So that's probably not it, but in order to be sure if that is it or not, I'm going to make another move to the left. If I leave a 10 pin or if it's not a hard enough hit to the pocket, then maybe board 21 is the board. Yeah, there we go. That seemed more like it to me. Let's take a look at that. Pretty good line, I would say. Just coming off of the corner of the dark part of the oil. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Now, I know the ball deflected slightly as it hit the pocket, but I'll take it. I think board 22 is probably the way to go. Okay, now we're going to keep making the move up. We're going to go to cranker and see how much of a move we have to make. We were on 14 as a stroker. We made the move all the way to 22, which is kind of a little bit of a surprise for me as a stroker because that's just like, when a ball has length to it, you don't have to really make that much of a move left. But with this, we kind of did. And now I'm interested to know how much of a move left we're going to have to do now that we're on cranker. Okay, that's interesting. Board 24 went to the nose, would have made it to the pocket, so I think I'm pretty close, I would say, especially because of the way that trajectory line is going. So I'm going to try board 25. Maybe that might be it. No, actually, we'll try 26. Since the ball went through the nose, maybe 26 is the board. It's 26. What a guess. All right, I'll take it. Take a look at that. That was pretty good. I mean, let's see here. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, yeah. That is a solid hit. I'll take it. Board 26 with cranker. So we went from 22 to 26. Whoa. All right, guys. Now we are going to make the move to the two-handed style, and I gotta tell you the truth, I'm a little bit stunned with how much of a move left we're having to make because this bowling ball is lengthy. It's not anything that has like early hook. It's one of those bowling balls that don't read the lane until after it has left the oil completely, even that lighter part of the oil. So, again, I don't like bowling balls like that because, that means that it would be harder to find the pocket. There's very little room to miss. This is those types of bowling balls where if you make it go too far to the right, it will not recover. And if it does, you're going to get the lightest hit possible. And then, obviously, if you go, if you don't push the ball out right, it's obviously going to cross over. So, yeah, not my favorite kind of thing, but we're trying to make it work. So we were on 26 as a cranker, so I guess maybe I would have to say because we're increasing the revs to 600 as a two-hander, we'll probably have to move about 2 boards. So we're going to try to see if we can strike from 28. Bingo, there it is. Done and dusted. Pretty good shot, I would say. Pretty good first shot. Man, that ball looks incredible. And a solid hit. I'm telling you, the reaction is pretty accurate with what it looks like in real life. I can, I can back that up. Again, if you don't believe me, I did the real life review. This looks pretty accurate, but I never pegged this ball for being something lengthy at all. I didn't know that it would come out like that. But hey. The developers, they try to get the most accurate stats possible and the most accurate of the reaction, like of overall reaction of the ball. They work very closely with the Storm and Rotogrip people to get these types of hook reactions. So this is pretty much very, very accurate. That's crazy. But one thing I will say, this ball is a favorite of mine, and it's always in my bag for league because for me, it's like 2-1. As you can see, playing on board 28, I know that's pretty deep. It's not that deep, but if you put some power on it, like I just did, it's I would say that right there, that spot 28 board, that's like upper mid type, area. That's the area for an upper mid level type of ball. But the one thing that I love about this ball, like I said, it's 2-1. If you wanted to hook the entire lane with this ball, it is possible. All you got to do is just ease up on the speed, get your hand more around it, and this thing can really do it. But let me actually try something. Let me see if I can ease. It's really difficult to do it on this game. I honestly wish that the developers would look into changing that, where you can actually like maybe like there should be like a meter where you can adjust the speed and then just because I mean, look at it. You can adjust the axis tilt. You can adjust the axis rotation. You can adjust the revs, the RPMs. So I think they should add a meter for us for ball speed, because remember, that's actually real life. I mean, we've all seen it. I do it in real life when I want to adjust my speed. But anyway, let me show you what I mean. Watch this. Let's see if it actually is accurate, as accurate. So we're gonna see if this thing really is a hook monster if we ease up on the speed. Jesus Christ, it is. That was like gravity evolved type status right there. Dear Lord, that's what it would look like. That's what it would look like if you threw it at 15 miles per hour with almost 600 revs. That was an insane reaction right there. I never thought I'd see anything like that. Look at that. Look at that trajectory line from one end of the lane to kind of like the other, and it crossed over. So this ball would work as a hook monster if you eased up on your speed and really gave it that enough time to hook. That is insanity. And then of course, if you put some juice on it, this is what happens. You end up getting that. This is totally 100% accurate. That looks exactly like the real life reaction of the nuclear cell. So, you know what? Applause to the developers. That is job well done on the reaction. That is 100% accurate. I like it. So, anyway, yeah, there you go. Board 28 with the nuclear cell. I don't really know what else to say other than Obviously, the one thing I will say, 15 miles per hour with 600 revolutions, that's a little bit insane. What I would, my like real life, revs and ball speed, like my ball speed is 15 miles per hour, but the revs didn't match up. Actually, I'm somewhere like in the mid 400s, I would say. So let me put it at, let's see, 420. I'm around at that, so I'm not pretty high on the revs. I'm somewhat moderate on the revs, but let's see here. Let's go to there and see what happens to the ball reaction, and if I ease up on the speed. Oh, that is 100% accurate. That is something like what I would do right there. That right there, that is a reaction I would see in real life on the lanes. That check mark type of hook reaction. That was incredible. Let's take a look at that again. We'll take a look at it in slow-mo real quick. Left side of the lane, playing pretty deep. Just coming off of the corner of the dark part of the oil. Literally flirting with the gutter there. And it comes right back. So you see what I mean by 2 and 1? If you wanted to play with power, you don't have to go that deep with it. Again, depending on your speed and your revs as well. I would probably not be playing on board 28 because of my low rev count and my ball speed as well. However, I will say if I wanted to hook the entire lane with it, I would probably be playing about that deep, especially because I adjusted the revolutions to about my rev count and ball speed there that you saw, 14 miles per hour. I'm usually throwing about 15 miles per hour, but the rev count. So yeah, that is 100% accurate. Oh, dude, I love that. That is so sick. But anyway, there you go. That was really, really nice. I love that. So now I guess what we're going to do is we're going to finish it off by playing a game and see what we can do with this thing. And I guess we're going to play on Tower of Pisa because I'm playing in a league this week, and we're going to be playing on this pattern, and my captain has assigned me to play league this week on this pattern along with a couple of my other teammates. So I guess I may as well get in some practice now. But however, I will tell you I probably won't be using this nuclear cell, but we'll see what we can do. And we get Victor King. Welcome to the show, my friend. If he sees this, he's going to be like, what the heck is that? And he's telling me good luck. All right, this thing's got some length to it, I tell you. Picking up my spares. All right, so it appears that he is using what looks like the street fight or the fight. I can't really remember, but he leaves the 3, 6, 9, 10, leaves the 10. Ouch. All right, so we're not playing that deep on this pattern. 25, not too bad. If this ball didn't have length to it, we'd be playing deeper for sure. Oh, beautiful shot. I love that. So looking at the ball reaction, I would want to compare this to the Omega Crux, but I would want to say that this ball, in terms of the length, is toned down just a bit. I would say the Omega Crux is a little more lengthier than this ball. So if you like the reaction to the Omega Crux, but you think it's too lengthy and you want to have it toned down, then I think you guys should look into the nuclear cell. Oh, too much. Come on. You know, it's funny. I swear to God, I see more 9 pins than I do 10 pins. You know, I'm the kind of guy that really loves angling that ball into the pocket, and so it kind of makes sense why I'm leaving a lot of 9 pins. Of course. Of course. There we go. That's what I was looking for right there. Okay, so we got a pretty good matchup going. Victor King, he's got his string going. Oh, so much for that string. Never mind. Didn't push that ball out to the right, and as a result, he paid for it. He really paid for it, and he paid for it with an open. Leaves the 5. He owes me a drink. Well, no. Isn't it if you leave the 5, you have to pick it up? Yeah, I don't know. Too much angle into the pocket. I hate that. It's all I can do, guys. It's all I can do. I hope I don't see a bunch of 9 pins in this game, or I'm going to be so angry. All right, get 7. What does he leave? 3, 6, 10. Hooks into it. Not bad. Takes an awful lot of skill to hook at the 3, 6, 10. I would have gone straight at it, honestly. Oh, that's... I knew it. I just knew it. I didn't push it out right. Did you see that? He said nice shot. Why do I get the feeling that he's being sarcastic? I'll bet you he's just like, you know, sitting behind that screen just being very sarcastic right now. Crosses over and he gets the strike. Unbelievable. And so do I. How about them apples, man? How much you want to bet it's the 10 pin? How did I know? It's too easy to guess, man. When you played the game long enough, you start to know exactly what they leave before they even throw the shot. Nice strike. Exactly when I needed it. That's what I'm talking about. Right now, we're coming up on the last couple of frames, and these next shots are very crucial. Well, not as crucial because I'm now 45 ahead. But he picks up what he left. Very impressive. You know, I'm very impressed with Victor King right now. I don't think he's left that many opens. I think he left like 2 or 3. I can't remember. He had a good string going. I'll give him that. Oh, if I'd have left that 7, I would have shouted robbery through the rooftop. And I think it's safe to say that I have won this match. I have a victory over Victor King. All right, well, good game to Victor King. Let's hope I can try to strike out here. It's going to take a whole lot of focus right now. Of course, the 9 pin shows up now. I don't like that 9 pin, man. I really don't. See? Why couldn't that happen the first time? Ugh, get out of here, 9 pin. But we managed to keep a clean game. I like it. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 strikes out of all the frames. Not bad. Managed to spare what I left, which usually doesn't happen. I'm that kind of guy that always I leave at least 1 open frame. I don't know what it is with me. When I see that I have the chance to keep a clean game, I just, you know, I get nervous and I lose it, and then I end up with at least 1 open frame. But that didn't happen, thank Christ, and we ended up with a pretty decent game with the nuclear cell, 217. And I gotta say, that's probably the best that I've ever done with a bowling ball that has a length to it, because I've said it before and I'll say it again, bowling balls with length on them are not my thing. So, you know, the fact that I managed to do that was pretty impressive and a little bit relieving, to be totally honest. But yeah, there you go. 217 on Tower of Pisa with the nuclear cell. I like it. So again, as I mentioned earlier, this ball, if I had to compare it to anything, I would compare it to the Omega Crux, because the Omega Crux is lengthy and aggressive, and the nuclear cell is pretty much the exact same thing. So we're going to whip out this Omega Crux, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So let's grab this Omega Crux, and let's see. Board 25 apparently. Turned off the axis tilt. Good. Axis rotation is at 50. Let's throw a shot. See what I mean? So let's actually get a replay on that. Goes through the oil pretty clean. No early picking up until it gets to the dry is when it picks up. So yeah, I would say let's actually rewind here. It starts hooking right about there, I would say. All right, so now let's pick up this nuclear cell and see how it compares. We were on board 25 with that Omega Crux, and we're going to do the exact same thing with the nuclear cell, the exact same layout, and notice how we have to be on board 28. See, there's your difference maker. The nuclear cell is basically like the Omega Crux, but toned down on its length, so that means that you will have to play a little deeper with this thing. Very interesting. I mean, there you go. It reads just a little bit earlier than the Omega Crux. So if you like the Omega Crux, but you want that length toned down a bit, the nuclear cell is your kind of ball. So there you go, actually. Let me see if we can get something on this. Perfect. Perfect placement. Yeah, reads just a little bit earlier than the Omega Crux. So that is my official conclusion. That was the nuclear cell ball review. I hope you guys enjoyed that. This ball will be available in the Skill Shot tournament this Friday, which will be the 9th of October. I hope you guys are really, looking forward to this ball. It was kind of fun for me to use, but again, kind of a little bit of a bummer for me personally because it was a lengthy kind of bowling ball. But I managed to make it. I managed to work it out, get some good scores in there. So if I was able to figure it out, and get a pretty decent score with it, then I can only imagine what you guys are going to do with it for those of you who managed to get it in the Skill Shot tournament. So anyway, there you go. October 9th, I believe is what I said, is when it will be available. So yeah, there you go. The nuclear cell. Hope you guys enjoyed. I am Frank the Tank. I will catch you guys in the next one.